What up, y'all? This your girl, Rennie Loc, with another episode with Ain't This About a Bitch podcast. I want to thank all my viewers and my subscribers for tuning in to my previous episode. We have a guest in the building with us tonight. Go by the name of, Casper. Tell him. Come on, Casper.
You've been knowing me all these years and you don't know me.
I know, but I want you, I call you two different names. So I call you Cass or Casper.
Well, yeah, that's my name. My name is Casper.
Okay, yeah, we got Casper here with us, you guys. And you're going to be telling us about everything. I'm talking about you got a lot of stuff to talk about. So we're going to start from scratch. Where you from, born and raised. Come on, tell us the city and state.
Oh, it's Compton. And Compton. I've been working in this genre for a long time.
Right.
The point of me trying to do some sitting down with Miss Rennie is I kind of wanted to put out our little message in the city of Compton, and for those that do follow you, just some of the things that we are trying to do.
Right, because you've been working with kids since I was a kid. So you've been in the field. Yeah, but you still, but look, you ain't aged like that. You just got a little grays, but you ain't aged. You still look like the same, but you just in your little sweatsuit. You used to wear suit and tie. You used to be the suit and tie man, y'all. The little girls used to be after him, but that's another story. That's a little flirtatious story. But look, so Casper, tell everybody like what you do, like where you started from working with the community, like where you started, like your first community project.
You know what? We used to have a youth after-school program called Sunrise. It was right there in our section. I grew up in the South, and it was, in my opinion, very effective. Kids from all around in the area that could get there, that went to Roosevelt or any of those middle schools, especially Dominguez High School. Everybody came there every day after school,
right,
including you.
Yeah, but look, I didn't mean to stop you because I didn't never know the name of that motherfucker. I always used to be like the center. We used to be like, let's go to the center. So you said it was what?
Sunrise Community.
We never knew. Did you ever do that name? Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what? A lot of people probably didn't know because it was, for y'all, it was just like home away from home. Mm-hmm. It was y'all spot. It was the center.
Right.
The center, I guess, just represents the center of the hood, the center of our area, the center of our location.
For education reason, to help
So we did tutoring there, after school programs. We helped with homework. We had like outings and shit, sleepovers, parties. I was
at the parties, but I ain't never been to no sleepovers. Hell no, my daddy ain't finna let us do none of this with them boys over there. Please,
it would either be girls or it would be boys.
Where the sleepovers was at?
In the center.
I'm mad I missed those sleepovers. But look, so did you ever help the kids that was there, or you was walking around in your suit and tie just looking handsome?
So back then, I probably was 19, 20, 21 years old, right around that age.
Yeah.
And I can honestly say that I did see the change and the impact that it had in the community, meaning all the youngsters came. If you was under 18 years old, you was at the center. And it's unfortunate that, places like that just don't exist like that in Compton, because I think it kept down some of the drama.
Yeah.
The kids had somewhere safe to go. They had kind of people that they could come to if they wanted to talk about personal things.
Which was safe back then.
It was safe back then. And parents was able to have a rapport with me. So the kids, I love the kids. But I like the mamas back then.
Yeah, I seen it in that suit and tie.
The mamas would always kind of keep me, what's up? What's going on with my kids? How they doing?
So you pretty much used us.
No,
even though my mama didn't never come, but he used. Okay, let me tell y'all, women. He used y'all kids back in the days. If they my age,
kids I ran into from the center was like, Casper, the center changed my life, or the center made me feel safe.
But see,
the center.
You was like a serious type of dude. Like you kept whatever you did, it was private, because it was like you wouldn't sloppy whatever you did it good. You held yourself and your image right. So we didn't know that you was out there probably trying to get the mamas and shit like that. You was probably trying to do it in a serious way, like help us and all that. But it was the kids, or was it the money? Because they didn't have these big grants and shit back in the day.
That's the thing. There was no money in it.
Oh, okay.
See, at the time, I was a student at Dominguez Hill, so they had internships through AmeriCorps.
So you went to college?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
I graduated high school from CAMS, which was California Academy of Math and Science. Right. They recruit you for middle school. So I went to CAMS, did my whole time there. While in CAMS, you could take some college classes, and then I started my college and went to school there. College there, Cal State Dominguez Hills.
Okay.
Anyways.
He talking about some go-to.
The other thing is, I'm just saying, the other thing is, with how the center was structured, it just was no money for staff. It's just how it was. However, I loved it. I loved the kids. You know, it was kids from all around that was there.
Because your staff was like your family. Yeah. Because your mama, I remember your mama ran there. The center. Yeah, because she was there. She was helping me, and I kind of like, you know, I never wanted to just learn and listen. Like, you know, because my daddy was like, why would you go there if you ain't going to do no work? Because I don't.
So you didn't do work when you came?
No, I just act like I was wanted to do work, but I really didn't. I was distracted by the other kids that, you know, around the neighborhood that we grew up with. So it was like, I couldn't do no work. I had to come home and do my work. And my dad was mad. But yeah.
I remember, and I love that we was able to have that experience because, like I said, I've talked to several, if you want to call it alma maters or people that went to the center. And I look at some of y'all like, look at you. Like, look how you turned out. Like, I'm
an original. I'm an original from over there.
You are. So, I'm really proud. Now, we have 10 years of age between us. Right. But, like, I'm proud of you. You know, there's so many different things you could have did with your life. There's so many ways you could have fucked it off. Look how many people that's gone that was here.
And people, so, a lot of people my age is off drugs. And that's I've been sad about that. I've been seeing them. And it's like, I be wanting to help them. That's why I'm into, like, getting our community and stuff back together because I'm kind of sad about that. A lot of sad, not kind of. You know, even though if people that didn't like me, it's still like, I still feel sorry. Like, you know, I have some care. I got a care in my heart. You know, but it'd be like, damn, like, what fucked this person's life up? So that's why I choose to do different things with mine.
So you know what? While you're on that, I want to tell you, I know we're talking about my past and things like that, but I want to tell you how we ended up in this position because of exactly what you said, or why I'm doing what I'm doing because of exactly what you said. In our communities, I feel like we've all been exposed to a lot of different things. Right. And in those exposures, we've experienced trauma. We don't call it trauma. We just call it life. Right. You know, we just doing what we do, whether it's working, gang banging, hustling, whatever it is. But in that time of doing those things, you know, we losing friends to prison, murder, drug and alcohol abuse. Think about some of the things. I mean, you're a young lady, so I don't know how it happened with you. But growing up, I probably was 13, 12 years old when somebody 5, 10 years older than me that I might have looked up to at the time would be like, man, you ain't getting no pussy yet? Right. And it's like, now that I'm 44 fucking years old and I look back, it's like, that was the best he had for me. Like, not did you do your homework, not how school going, not, you know, what's going on in your life, like some real shit. You throw some bullshit, like, you ain't getting no pussy yet, or you want to hit this weed.
I see that today.
And I wish that in our community, and that's why we're doing this thing. We want to kind of see if we could adjust or start making more popular, having conversations that are worth having, you know, that could help redirect our youth and redirect the direction of what our community is going through.
And like I was saying, because people look at me like, you know, as I did everything we could possibly do back in the days, right? But as I'm growing in my mind, maturing because I have a son. So
Rennie as a mommy? Go ahead.
Like, I started looking at things different, you know, and stuff that probably cool to everybody now, it's not cool to me. Yeah. Like, I don't like seeing gang related shit no more. Like, I don't, like, it was fun back in the day, like you fighting, we scuffling like with fists and stuff like that, but people actually dying, it's like sad to me because I grew up with a lot of people everywhere in Compton. So it's just like we all feuding and stuff like that. It bothers me a lot.
But a lot of that stuff, I feel like we make it so normalized within our communities, you know.
Exactly.
And that shit ain't normal. People don't have to have gang fights. Like, people don't have to. It's so many other ways.
You know me, I did this because this is how, like, I didn't do this because I see, like, this is something I wanted to do, right? But I stood my own grounds, actually. I didn't have to go call on nobody, no homeboys, no nothing. It's just that it was like, okay, well, this side got too many people from their hood, so I want to go on the opposite side. So I was really, like, you know, playing around with it, not knowing all the serious stuff at the time, what's going to come around with it. I done watched a lot of stuff that I kind of, like, it made my heart hurt, like, it, you know, but I just didn't show it because that's why I'm a strong person, because I done seen everything. I done did everything. I done been with a lot of people that have done stuff. I never told, I never fold. So it's like, but I don't like it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like that.
The reason I asked to sit down on in your podcast is hopefully people be willing to come out and normalize having conversations with so-called, not necessarily if you want to call it your enemy, but just so that we could show our younger people the conversations have to start the same way we perpetuated and promoted the bullshit. We can also perpetuate and promote like common sense conversations.
Right.
We have more in common than we do that divide us. You know,
right.
Yeah, it's some losses that but we can't take it back. We can't change time.
But you also have people that's scared to come out and say that they do love and respect the other side and they do talk to people from the other side. You know what I'm saying? Though, like they hide it from their homies, and I feel like people shouldn't do that. Like,
sometimes it's peer pressure, and I agree with you 1,000%. Mm-hmm. It's like you feel a certain way, but you don't want to say it because of what the next man gonna say.
See me, I like not like that to my homie. No disrespect to the other side, my homies. You know what I'm saying, I am who I am. I don't let nobody peer pressure me. They know I'm gonna say what I want to say. Now, it's either you gonna respect it or you not. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not here to be on okay, let me do something wrong to help y'all to make y'all feel good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, if that's what you want to do, you go do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. Whatever I want to do, I want to go do it myself. Or, handle my own way. I've been like that. So that's why I got this little stand your own grounds right here. I done got jumped so many times that that shit don't hurt me. It's numb to me. So when people jump me, they like, oh no, she just gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I'm by myself. I ride by myself. I do stuff by myself. Now, however, I got a lot of people that got love for me, that's there for me. Like, they gonna handle it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you just sit your ass down. But I don't want them to do that. Like, I don't come to nobody with no problems. I don't say, hey, I'm having this problem with this guy, and for them to go do something. I don't want to put nobody in harm's way. I don't want to do that. But when they hear about it, they upset about it. But it's like, I don't want to do that. That's showing you that I have love for you, and I don't want to put none of you guys in harm's way. And I'm trying to change the game. You feel me? So I'm here for our city itself in whole, whether they from the other side or not. You know what I'm saying?
We on the same thing, Rennie. And that's one of the reasons why I asked you, about using the space and to do your podcast. Like, I see that you able to go everywhere. I see you talking to different people. Now, I am going to be honest. I'm out of touch. I'm old now,
Yeah.
So I'm new to all of this podcasting. I'm new to whatever is going on. And I've kind of been living in a bubble. And it's unfortunate because I know that a lot of people in my position or, we get older and we move out. But then we'll still from a distance promote what's going on in the section. I'm not like that. I'm not two-faced.
I know.
I'm so quick to be like, man, look, motherfuckers need to grow up. Motherfuckers need to let that shit alone.
And
when I was younger, I was a train wreck. Mm-hmm. And I know that, you cannot turn back the hands of time.
Right.
But I do also understand it's nothing wrong with speaking truth to power. If you notice something is wrong, like, you don't want your kids living in that neighborhood. Why? Mm-hmm. Why don't you want your kids living in your neighborhood? Why don't you live in your own neighborhood?
Right. I don't.
Because you know that it's bullshit that comes.
And I feel like a lot of people do know that as well. So if you know that as well, try to help the community instead of putting everybody else to the test for it.
That's real. Because what end up happening is it just keeps the cycle growing and going.
And then it's a certain age where you should come to your own mental and know that it's not right. Because I'm 35 years old. When do the shit stop when you in the streets? Like, I don't know where the age stop at. Like, okay, you was a member of the game. You're not a gang banger.
Well, how old is your baby? When did you have a baby? Where was I at?
He's 11 years old.
Oh, Rennie, you a mommy.
Yeah.
Okay. So wait. I want to continue with something else I want to make sure I mentioned. So this particular studio, before we go any further, I want to make sure that I shout out to the core team of Against All Odds.
Shout them all out.
Against All Odds is a docuseries that we're creating.
This is what we
and
promote.
Basically, the goal is to primarily share how all of us, whether you got involved in the gangs, but the fact that when you walk out your house and somewhere in the back of your mental know that it's a possibility that you could get mistakenly killed or caught up in a drive-by or, just have to watch the smokers walking up and down the street. That shit is all heartbreaking. And all of us in this city are against those odds, or against trying to figure out our way to get to, not necessarily up out of here, but through it. And so that's what this project is. So people like Miss Nunn, out of Luders Park, Dahabu from Palmer, Gurge from Santana, Tut, Delita, even the Compton activist, Chris. All of these people are hands-on with pushing this project. And I'm beyond grateful for their effort, their input, their insight. Because I know that it can't just be my vision. You know, it have to be all of us, because everybody got their own background experience and energy that they bring to the table. I'm hoping that your platform reaches young people that are interested in podcasting, because we have a location that I want to be able to either help them to learn or have access, or
pretty much like the center, like how you had it.
Kind of how the center was. Now, I'm not the center Casper no more. I have kids. I have a family. That shit is my time. I have businesses, so I can't be how I was then. However, I'm looking for people that want to collaborate. I have a couple of buildings in Compton that I use for what I do, whether it's housing, whether it's I need like grant writers. Like it's a lot of things that I could use that I think would help kind of push the agenda of just community unity. There are people in this city that are influential, but just don't know their power. And I'm talking about just street dudes. And when I say just, I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. But it's dudes that could say things that could really make things move. Their names are heavy. Their abilities are heavy. But they tend to keep their power to themselves.
So like with everybody like yourself, like when you get upset of me talking about Whack, right? Whack is a public figure. Everybody in the guy community, I don't give a fuck what nobody say, they look up to that man. So if that man is on YouTube telling them, y'all ain't got no bodies, when he need to say, y'all shouldn't want to do this. Y'all should, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I target him with the jokes and stuff like that. Because he should be setting a better example for them. Like, instead of having them belittling themselves, like, you know, and then go out and do it, and then they do it and get in trouble. Because I really care for our people. And so I don't have no personal issue with Whack. Like, it's just that I wish he can just, you know, stand up more for everybody that's out here in LA. You know, they trauma. Like, you know, people go through stuff. So when you over there dissing them the way you dissing them, it's like you give them, you take away their manhood a little bit, and then they got to go out there and they go do something because they really look up to this man.
I mean, I know this internet world, like I was telling you earlier, you got two kinds of people. You got some that understand that it's bullshit, it's just talk. But then you got some that feel like you're not going to play with my name, or you're not going to disrespect me. Me personally, I'm so detached, you know, and I don't give a fuck what nobody say about me. That's just how I'm cut. You could like me, that's cool, I appreciate it. You could don't like me, okay, that's cool too. Am I looking for enemies? Hell no. Life has been, you know, it has evolved for me. I'm in a great space. You know, I couldn't rewrite the script of my life any better than what it is. Now, I'm not saying my life is perfect, but I know it could be so much motherfucking worse.
Those that you reached out to, did they talk to you?
To be honest with you, people from every single set in Compton are involved. Different people from every single set in Compton are involved in this project. I'm still looking for somebody from the mob, you know. I'm still looking. Yeah, it's been tough, but hopefully things like this could help bring them in. Yeah. But the point I'm trying to make is, you know, Compton, it's a small place.
Yeah, it's very
And look at all the losses that we have to endure and continue to endure. And then we almost make it seem like it's normal. This shit is not normal.
It ain't.
Like, this ain't no fucking jungle. We are not fucking animals. Like,
I'm an animal.
We have normalized burying our youth for decades. And, you know, I've had people that came in and really put their heart on the line because, for some people, it have become like the culture. This is what it is. You know, we keeping it real. But how is it keeping it real that your enemy is motherfuckers that look like you or could somehow be related to you, or like you'll walk past everybody else, but as soon as you lock eyes with a black man, it's fuck you and want to kill you on sight. And I just want to start having them kind of conversations all the way across the board. I hope that people from different sections are willing to come in, people with open minds, mature, sit down and talk across the board. Civil conversations.
I think you need the leader, the founder. That's not even the founder because them people probably rest in peace right now. But you need the people that pulling strings from each and every hood. Not nobody that just, they don't respect, because you gotta bring the ones that's pulling the string in. Because that's the only way that them little ones or the people that's under and that listen is going to listen, you know, and hear out.
No, I agree with you. And you're right. This kind of project, I know it's like touchy. I know it's serious, but I also know that
once it drops, we gotta come out, and everybody should see it. Yeah. And that's the thing I like about this project. I'm with y'all on this, against all odds, because we sick of it. We tired. Everybody done lost loved ones. We can't bring them back. What could we do to stop it though?
Well, that's another part. So we work on gang prevention, gang intervention. Shout out to Gangster from Santana. He got a whole program that he do in Wilson Park actively, regularly. Miss Nunn, she got a whole prevention and intervention program that she does regularly. These are people in our city right now that is helping our youth, actively. And so I want to say, because you just asked me, when is the project going to be done? Hopefully within the next 6 to 9 months, realistically. We are downhill, but I want to make sure we present it in a way where it's educational and that our kids they welcome it. They get the experience from it that they can relate to.
So the docuseries. Mm-hmm. So the docuseries, do it have you acting out, or y'all just telling a story?
It's a lot of components to it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of components.
Because I want to be an actress in one of those. Come on now.
A lot of
you trying to get my position up.
But I will say this.
And no, I don't want to be no homeless lady.
Why you don't want to be homeless?
People
I wouldn't even put that
homeless.
on you.
No.
I couldn't even imagine you being homeless. You want to know why?
They said because it's a comedy role. So somebody gave me a role, right?
Okay.
They said that they would like if would I like to play a homeless role because it got comedy to it. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, do I have to lose weight? Because I'm big, baby, and it's going to take me all day to try to lose weight for that scene or whatever. She said, we ain't got it together yet. We're going to get the script together and we're going to tell you all about it. But the role that I want you to play is comedy. Like you watch New Jack City with Pookie. What's his name? Pookie, he had all the white shit on.
Pookie did have white shit.
That's just...
He did.
I don't want to be. Why I can't be the first actor, like the actress that come out that's cute first, and then you going to give me a role like that later on down the line, and I be busted and ugly. Don't have me coming out my first scene.
But I think that, and let's just pretend if you took a scene as being homeless, a homeless person can be,
easy and all that.
They don't have to be skinny.
I know they be
now, a smoker.
Yeah,
but they got some thick smokers too.
But no, I don't know how you okay. So she want me to put dirt around my mouth or whatever. I don't know. Like y'all finna just fix me up, and I'm just gonna be just pathetic looking.
Yeah, it's acting.
I know.
So the good part is when the cameras is off, you back to being Rennie. I remember you as a kid. You was bubbly. You always had a slick fucking mouth, bubbly. Like you played a lot. Okay. You played a lot. That's what I mean by bubbly. Yeah. You always spoke your mouth. You always had something smart to say, and you was a dancing motherfucker. Yeah. So back then it was all that Tommy the Clown shit. You remember that?
Yeah.
And
I'm surprised you didn't have no damn clown group. Instead of like you come up with all kind of shit to help the kids.
I used to fuck with the kids. I used to fuck with the dancing. I loved that part of my life.
That was fun.
It was fun.
I remember I used to have the boys lined up for a lap dance.
Lap dance?
I used to lap dance. Yeah, you got where y'all turn y'all motherfucking back.
Oh, I was finna say, oh my God. I had a fucking experience at one of them parties where some shit happened.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh my God, it broke my heart. But anyways.
Yeah, I was young. I wasn't doing none of that back in that time. I was just dancing.
When the center used to be there, I thought, I prided myself on my relationships with you guys. I loved it. Now, it wasn't to the day I had my own first kid.
Right? You said you was
I was about 20 years old.
That's
I was
good.
In 19, 20, 20. I was those years.
You see how you cared about people at the age of 20.
I love
a lot of us waited till we got 35, like me. No, I've been.
Y'all was with me every day. The center was open Monday through Saturday, and y'all would come up there after school, and we'd just do whatever we was doing. I don't give a fuck if it was homework, puzzles, whatever.
One thing you didn't give us, like that people give us, is snacks. Why you didn't have no snacks over there?
Niggas was short. You feel me? Snacks cost money. And you know what?
Did.
I'm so glad
we
you
had
said
to pay
that,
for
Rennie.
it in the back.
Well, we did have a little snack shop. Okay.
But we had to pay for it.
Yeah, let me say this. The center, the money that we did get sometime, and it started later on, was called a Community Development Block Grant, CDBG grant. But that's like help keep your lights and shit on. Like it's not a paycheck. It's like the bare minimum to help keep you functioning. And I have to tell you, I wish that our communities understood the importance of something like a community center. Because I look at Miss Nunn's location, and Miss Nunn is a very exceptional spot, like great woman, but our centers need the support of the community.
Right.
Come out and help us, whether it's donating money, whether it's donating time. That shit helps because, you know, it takes a village. You know what I'm saying? If your motherfucking kids is coming somewhere for 3 or 4 hours a day to whether they just up there just in a safe space, whether you helping them with their homework or not, whatever, they just somewhere. That's somebody's time.
Right.
Them lights got to be on. It's time that they can't do what they need to be doing to survive. Help them out.
Right.
Kick in.
Right.
Volunteer.
Right.
Because that's what keep a community united, and that's what keep you knowing what's going on. But I have to say, and oh man, some people might not like this when they see this interview.
What?
The motherfucking support wasn't there. You feel me? Like we was a center. And I'd be like, oh, look, we're going to have this. We having a sleepover. And it's going to be $5 a kid. Now, mind you, if they spent the night, I'm going to give them dinner that night. They're going to have snacks. You know, and let's just say us probably 50 kids. But I got to fucking feed these 50 kids. I got 2 or 3 other adults up there helping me. You know, it's $5. Oh, come on, Casper. Where we going? Come on, where? Nigga, $5. You can go do your whole
about
shit.
To take you to the store and
they going to stay from Friday and they leave on Sunday. And you tripping over $5. Come on, my nigga.
Because they know y'all had the stamps to go get that.
So those are some of the things that I want to make sure that people understand. When you say, oh, we don't have this in our community, we don't have that. Yeah, the government should get involved and should make sure some of those things are there. But you as a community also have to be just as active, involved, supportive.
And you know, I want to shout...
Bring them food stamps. Go ahead.
I want to shout St. Julian out one more time because he helping the little boys. That's
I
around.
like that dude right there.
Yeah, he do the hair. He got the barber school and stuff like that, and he helping them like they really came. So now he didn't know it was going to be successful how it was the first little season whatever. So now he got the
season.
I mean, the session.
Oh,
like
the session. Okay. Boom,
yeah.
boom,
So boom. So now he got another one coming up, right? So. It's like, okay, ooh, that did good. I didn't know it was going to do good because he went down there to the mayor, like I was saying. And, you know, they gave the kids certificates, took pictures and stuff like that.
And you know who you should talk to?
Who?
Andre Spicer. He's the councilman in that area. That is a hell of a resource right there. Shout out to Councilman Andre Spicer. That nigga is a resource. Young, black, and moving shit.
Right.
That would be a great person. And I could try to connect them.
And that's what I was telling him. That you guys, too, in the city... Y'all both doing y'all shit for the city, and I salute you.
Let me tell you, and thank you. Let me tell you another thing. Compton have a lot of resources going on. Right here, they got the Utunde Price Center, which they have all kind of stuff. If you got a nonprofit, it's phenomenal. It's dedicated to the sister of that was murdered, of Venus and Serena Williams. And it's phenomenal, beautiful, state-of-the-art location. And they allow you, if you have a nonprofit or your 501c3, you could use it for like meetings and workshops and things, and they have different things that they do there for the community. They got the Dollar Hive right here in Compton. Beautiful, up to date. They got a lot of events and activities going on there. They have Mahoney, the nursing school. You ever heard of them?
No.
Girl, blacks own that motherfucker. Black women.
Like, not to be like that. Because, I'm speaking on my experience from watching YouTube guys. So it's other people that's out here that's in the city that's doing community stuff too. But I just know as far as in you and, the person, St. Julian. So that's why I spoke up on and saying that y'all doing y'all thing out here. But it's pretty... other people
Compton
out here.
Compton
got stuff going on. So shout out to those of you that got these nonprofit organizations going on as well.
And I want to say one other thing too about that. If you young, or fuck it, even if you old and you want something to make some money, Compton has its own. The Mahoney Nursing School is right here off of Bullis Road. Phenomenal program. Both my kids got their CNA in like 6 weeks. Both my nieces, they motherfucking working. Cousins, and it.
I thought you were talking about some free money because now I was gonna go.
Well, they're not free, but listen, it's local. They plug you, help you get employed. And it's constant work in that. My kids decided that they liked it so much, and my niece too, they decided to move into the LVN program from that.
Good.
I'm just saying, it's things going on here that our young people we need to push that shit and let them know and keep pushing it.
Right.
You know?
And I'm glad you brought that up on this show today. So we can, everything that we saying, we can drop down below and type that in too as well to keep people on task on where to go. And, you know, here is this and there is that.
Yeah.
So, Cass, you was a good, okay. Check it
out.
You
thought I was going to be a bullshit guest.
I thought you was going to be a bullshit. I thought I was going to go to sleep.
You got me over here sweating. I don't be all riled up. Because when I get riled up, that means it's on. So I try to keep my shit kind of like, you know, nigga.
Because you had me a little nervous. I said, man, I got to deal with this motherfucker.
I know I get on your nerves. I know when we get on the phone, it's some bullshit. Because I'm pretty sure when I call your phone, you looking at this motherfucker, you probably like, Zoe, look at this shit. But
how I'm like, Zoe, we got our own separate home.
I try to be encouraging, but at the same time, I try to be like, you know,
you like a dad. You like a dad, right? That's like, damn, daddy, can you? Okay, like, okay. So I be getting mad. I be like, let me block him for the night.
I tell you all the time. Like, I look at y'all when I first started seeing you within this last year or however long it's been. Like, you was one of my kids, but it's so many of y'all. Let's just say let's say 100. I don't know.
Yeah, because you was gone. I haven't seen you in like a long decade. Time. And I was so happy and surprised when I think I'm like, oh my God, like. And then
oh my God, this nigga's gray now. This nigga
like, oh my God, this is Casper. I thought it was like, somewhere in a wheelchair or something.
That's cool. But this is my thing. Look, some of y'all are doing really good. And that shit make me feel, I'm not going to say it had nothing to do with me, but I'm going to say that to see what you were to who you are now. Like, you a woman doing your thing. You got your show going. You raising a family. Like, you
don't forget my comedian life. Because, look, I've been doing this.
What committee?
Comedian.
Oh yeah, I know you're a motherfucking comedian. You was a comedian
let me tell you. Yeah, exactly. So, and let me tell you how I got started though. I didn't know until I started seeing myself getting voted for, like for the yearbook, the class clown. Like I got tired at Roosevelt and Dominguez. I'm tired.
So wait, you been the class clown at 2 different schools?
Yes, in the yearbook. If they go look at the fucking yearbook. I think the second
time I would have been offended. Like,
yeah, exactly. No, because they had to choose out of a best dress. And it was a tie. So it's like...
You stay fresh. I get you that.
So it was like, woo. So, you know, the bitches that was in the little thing, they was like, we ain't giving that to her. We finna take that. So they took that best rep, with him best rep, and then gave me the comedian class clown. I was mad as motherfucker. Then I wanted to get up on that shit and clown every motherfucker about it.
What year did you graduate high school?
06.
You went to the D?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I remember that. But when I remembered you... Oh, I remember now.
Yeah.
I had a little flashback. Okay. Yeah. So another thing that I wanted to mention is podcast space. Now, you and I just had an off-camera conversation, so I'm going to be really like, you know, about this.
Brother, you ain't got no more drink? I'm just kidding.
We talking about
that's a blooper.
Positive messages for our city, and that would be like, you know, whether you're teaching people how to invest, whether you're teaching people, and you have space right here in Compton.
Right.
Teaching people how, like, even if it's how to get a job, how to present yourself, life skills, whatever it is that's going to be both helpful, influential, impactful, and positive, I would like for people to tap in and use the space. I want our youth to tap in, to learn to use the equipment. Yeah. I'm looking for editors. You know, I'm looking for camera people.
Matter of fact, just come show your skills, your entertainment skills. You want to, because like this is for people that's trying to do a change in life. Like you trying to change everything you're doing. As far
Don't be
as
like that with me.
No.
The Stepper. Check it out, man. It's your boy AD, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's your boy, man. Trey Math, man. We outside today.
What up, man? It's Compton Rick Robert against all odds, man.
What's up with y'all, man? My name is Joe Moses.
When I think against all odds, I think, me personally, being shot at.
Instead of raising these kids who gon' end up killing because of
ain't y'all tired? I know y'all tired, man. You gotta be tired.
I really wanna travel the world and live like a king. Stand tall, never far, experience all of my dreams.
This is for the youth out there. And when I say youth, I mean, you know,
the people out here in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? The city.
Been in jail for 2 years here in the same spot. My daddy died and I was only 5 when he died.
We against all odds out here, so you know, just trying to get it right.
Mama told me if you don't do right, you get left. My grandma told me pray and I'll still waiting just to get blessed.
It's more than life. It's just wasting your life.
Man, don't wait too late to make the better decisions in life.
I need some help. Send some guidance my way. These Compton streets are so...
You want to try to help, Rennie. That's
no,
all.
you help for. I'm just saying for the people out there. Like, this is not nothing for you to, you know, be gang banging on.
Yeah,
like,
no,
this is
we don't
not no
wanna do all
gang
that.
facility.
We don't want none of that.
Yeah, we trying to make our youth better. We trying to do better things, so we want to uplift. This is a center of we uplifting people.
Yeah.
Not bringing the past to the future.
We want to push a positive image.
Exactly.
You know? I want to be able to be a part of something like people like, just like I shared earlier, you know, that are so-called from few neighborhoods, or that's a location of civil conversation, you know, forward conversation, forward thinking. I sat down with a dude, the Habu, who's a part of our core, and I've been learning so much from him, you know, whether it's healthy eating, Tut, same thing, Gertz out of Santana, just all kind of different conversations that if I allow myself to say I'm going to stick to the script of what goes on in a certain section, I'm going to keep myself in a box from growing. And I think all of us owe it to ourselves to be the best person that we can be.
In our kids. Because, you know, my son said something, and he said it twice. He said, Mama, I don't want to be a teenager because I don't want to die. And that hurted me to the core. Like, I get watery-eyed when I talk about it. So it's like, he say that all the time. Like, he said that twice to me already. So he was like, because he watching stuff on the internet. You see stuff on the internet, and you watching these guys that you look up to, like, you know, you see, like, what was it, King Von? You see everybody that, you know, they're young.
Yeah.
And they lost their life to the streets. So it's like, when he said that, it hurted me. And
that's hard to just listen to.
Yeah, it hurted me, but I didn't show him the hurt that was in me. Like, damn, because he's not involved. I don't want him to see that. So when I heard him the other day said on the game, he was like, on the dead homies. Like, I got mad like a little bit, but I didn't say nothing to him. So he just saying it not knowing what it mean because he hear his mama saying some shit like this, or it's hearing people on the internet saying it. So it's like, fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he don't want to game bang. He's not into that. You know, he into sports and he play games a lot. And he like girls. So it's just that I don't want him to be a target. He an innocent kid. So I don't, you know how our innocent kids get mistaken? You know, they dress fly.
All of us started off innocent.
Yeah.
Rennie, do you know, I remember all
But see, he ain't around games.
No, I know.
Where I'm at.
But what happens is it takes courage, and then it takes great examples. You know, you seem like a great mother.
Right.
So you just have to stay on him, you know. But I hate to hear that. You know, I'm sure a lot of our young black men, that the fact that he's just conscious enough to know he don't want to go out like that, you know. But it's unfortunate that he have to even have that thought. And when you seeing it, when it's on the internet, when it's presented to you, you know, it's almost like this is what you believe is a reality of your life. And the only people that I feel can change that thought of a reality is us.
Right.
There's no way that the government is going to come in to save us. That's not how this works.
Right.
You know, the police are not going to help us. That's not how this works. We have to decide amongst each other that we tired of the status quo. You know, we tired of having a young man, your son, think like that.
Right. And see, I grew up in a 2-parent home, right?
Oh, you had a mom and a pa.
Yeah, I had a mama and a daddy,
Okay.
and still do. Never did they teach us gang banging because they don't gang bang, right? They didn't even know I was banging. You know, to this day and age, they know now somebody brought it to their attention, right? But I still kind of turn it down and deny it. And this is some real shit right here. You know what I'm saying? But my dad had an incident at one of our family members' home, right? And like he was just don't want the kids to fight. And a guy that do gangbang like said something and I heard it and it made me like I'm turned into a whole nigga. So excuse my language, but this ain't this about a bitch. And it got me automatic to my, on a dead, like, that's on whoopty whoop whoop. Like, you ain't gonna do it. So they seen that part, and it's like.
Oh, your kids saw that?
No, not my son didn't see that. I don't think it was in the jumper. Yeah, the parent. So it's like, damn. I had to, but that's when my first instinct, like I just jumped into defense because my daddy ain't even like that. And I go way in for my family. That's just me. So that's why I chose to try to distance myself from shit that makes me just, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like.
But you know what? What you saying is so prevalent because the truth is it's a life change. Rennie, I don't think in my lifetime I've ever been to a hood day. You know why? Because when I was tied up into that, if I'm at the park and there's something to politic, I'm in it to win it. You feel me? Like it's on. And I had to look at, because hood day is kind of new to me. You mean, you know, it wasn't hood day when I was young. I'm sorry.
It's gatherings.
Young people did that. Yeah, it's gatherings. Niggas at the park. But I'm like, hood day, like, yeah, it's a day of like the birthday of the hood type of bullshit.
We go get some cake and we go pop the firecracker.
I'm like,
might go see that a couple of hours.
Nigga, I'm gonna take a hard pass on that. And because here it is, I have children. You feel me? Children. And the day my son was born, I was on some bullshit. And my son, it was some complications with him being born. And I made this promise, which I fucked up. But I made this promise to God, like, because he almost didn't make it. And I'm like, man, you know, this is my first kid. And come on, Jesus. Like, bring him through. And if you do, I'm going to be good.
Right. Oh, that's crazy. Because I had 2 miscarriages before my son. And they were girls, right? My son, I used to hop out on bitches. He went with it. You know the male bitches. But anyway, I said, if Lord, if you make this son, like if I
you could give me this one, get him through.
I'ma stop. Why he gave me? I stopped. So I really did. So I said, you know what? I'm not finna go fuck with nobody. Cause now I was a little low key bully, but I was a bully by myself. Like, you know, I got shit in my head going on. Like, so I pretty much I don't count on bitches because I had friends that never helped me, right? I got jumped. You feel me? So I kind of like turned, like that's why I act the way I act. Because I don't give a fuck. Like, I will beat your ass. Y'all can jump me, but I'm beating this bitch who I'm supposed to beat up ass. You feel me? But then I'm going to come back. Just know that. Don't think it's a joke. So, yeah. So, it was like, if you give me my son, I'm not going to fuck up no more. I told the Lord that. So, he gave me my son. Now, I'm battling this. I said, ooh, I hope I don't see nobody. You know, I see myself now just, everything that I was supposed to beat up, I let him walk past. You know, my son here.
But that's growth and that's gratitude and I don't push religion on people. I do believe in God. You know, I do believe that it's a higher power.
That right there, because I probably wasn't looking into no God, right? But when I said that, and I was talking to God, that happened. So since then, I really believe there's a God.
No, I believe it's a God, and I also believe that it's truth. I mean, it's power in words. Everything in this lifetime that I've ever wanted, and I know it's gonna sound corny, but it's the truth. I wanted a job with a certain tie. I had that. I wanted
you was suited.
I was. Every day I wore a certain tie to stay Seattle.
My boy was suited with the tie and
wore
the
the briefcase and the whole
now
nine.
He's sweatsuit.
Sweatsuits.
He think
but
he's
look, I changed gears, and every single time that I changed gears in life, I felt like I leveled up.
Yeah.
I wanted a family. I have a family. I wanted property. I have property. I wanted to be able to live off of real estate. I live off of real estate.
I'm out here homeless. You could give me one of your real estate units.
Just give it to you, huh?
No, I'm gonna pay rent.
Let me get you some keys and
shit.
But
I want to pay rent, but I want to pay the lowest rent
First off, you do not want to live in Compton. The majority of what I own is in the city of Compton.
Oh, hell no.
And I've always invested in my city.
I know you do that. Shout out to
and we gotta, and that's another thing I wanted to say, man. We gotta do that shit.
I can't stand the city.
Like, people be like, they love their hood, they love their hood. Buy something in your hood. You know what I'm saying?
I say I love the
Show
city.
your love by locking in something in your hood. And the reason I say that is because what happens is, if you don't put the money back into your city, eventually somebody else will. And when somebody else do it, eventually you will no longer be welcome there. What hospital you
was born in?
Whoo!
You know?
I think I was born right here at East Rancho Dominguez Hospital.
Yeah.
And the first place that I lived was
That's how we know we from.
Yeah, we from right here. We from right here.
I had that.
But you know where I first lived at? Yeah. In the farms on Caldwell Street, right across the street from Robert F. Kennedy.
Yeah, we got a right to be serving Compton the way we fucking serve it.
I'm Compton, born and raised Period.
Exactly.
Born and raised. Period.
Stop playing.
I love my now.
Bro,
wait.
Bro,
let's not be confused.
What hospital
though.
he was at? Because he was the last.
Hold on. Wait. Look. Let's not be confused. I'm born. I don't live here though.
I know. We ain't looking
And if
for
they
you.
gave me the biggest house in Compton to live in, it'd be like, well, you can have it for free. We gonna state of the art in the inside, beautiful.
Yeah.
We gonna big TVs in every room. You don't have to pay nothing to live here. You can just live here. I'ma say I have to take a hard pass on that.
Then we say the same thing.
The reason that I have to take a hard pass on that is because niggas be tripping.
Exactly.
And I don't want to fall victim to the bullshit.
Right.
And I'm not ducking and dodging.
You know what?
But it's
Casper,
like, come on. Compton got beautiful fucking homes.
Let me make this clear
nice
to y'all
parking,
because
nice
I gotta
yard,
duck off.
square footage. Go ahead.
I gotta duck off.
Okay.
I'm moving out of state for a minute because I have to clear my energy. But I'm gonna still be active on stuff. But I have to. It's a lot of stuff that's going down, and you don't want to be involved. I don't want to be. I want to get my shit together.
So where you going?
Why would I tell y'all if I don't want nobody to look for me?
Well, I thought
Matter of fact, I'm going overseas. Shit, the fuck.
Oh, you just getting the fuck up out of here.
I'm going overseas.
Okay.
Overseas for the pay me some overseas money. I'm just playing. I just want everybody to know that.
Ain't nothing wrong with leaving. I left Compton. Because
boy, you in Linwood.
I'm
just playing. I'm just playing.
Lakewood.
No, don't tell them.
And I love it.
Right.
You know, but I will tell you this: of all the places that I've lived in, because I've lived in Whittier, I've lived in Lake Elsinore.
Okay, Lake Elsinore. It's just boring.
I bought my first home in Compton when I was 25 years old, a condo in Racket Club, and I liked it, and I felt cool right there. But mind you, I'm still young.
You still with
and
the
I'm
bullshit.
still acting up, and it kicked in quick that, oh nigga, you can't be right here, you know. And I like it, I liked it, but it's just the point that the way that things are set up within our communities, you know, that's the status quo. You get what you can get, and you get up out of here. But when you get up out of here, and you leave the damage that we've created with no intentions on coming back and fixing it, no intentions on trying to adjust things to make it better for those coming behind us, it's kind of like we abandoned ship. Now, I don't know what you know about boating because I'm new to it kind of myself, but if there's nobody in that motherfucking ship, that seat driving that motherfucker, it's bound to crash, you know? And when we leave our communities to our young people, whether we gave them misguided information or just bad information, period, and don't come back, you leave them for dead. And I hope anybody that sees this, whether it's Compton, LA, Long Beach, wherever you are that you watching Rennie, you know, understand how important it is, especially as Black people, to come back and do the best you can for your community.
It'll be fun. Like if we just gotta make it fun. Like they be thinking that gang is fun, like doing shit, violence and shit like that, killing one another is fun. It's not fun. It's not.
You know why people think that? Because we've allowed it to become.
We let the outside
something
pump
that you
us
brag
up,
about.
Yeah.
No, we brag about.
But then
the
you
bullshit.
got the outsiders out of state. They really are cheerleaders. They cheering this shit on. They like it because they ain't doing this shit. They trying to. What they mimicking us, right?
Do you have big homegirls that you felt like helped try to put you on the right path?
No, I don't even.
Or do
talk
you
to
have
the women? I don't.
I'm
talk
saying
to women.
when you were young, like they'd be like, "Girl, Rennie, you know what? You should be a comedian because you're real funny."
No,
and I'm gonna see if I can find some local clubs. Or did you have homegirls be like, "Girl, you know what? You got some full lips. You should suck a lot of dick."
Yeah, that
See,
part.
and that's my point. We get the type of
you see me with
support and influence,
the older woman.
You know,
like, what are you talking
instead
about?
of being like, "Hey, girl, you know what? You dance real good. I'm gonna try to put you in something that you know sponsor and move that dancing up." Instead, we have filtered down, and that's what I'm saying about the violence in our communities. We perpetuate it, we glorify it. When really, we don't want that for our own kids.
Exactly.
But we'll tell the little homies like, yeah, man, y'all niggas need to go over there and kill something.
I won't fix my mouth to tell nobody some shit that and not my son. Because I look like if I say something, I'm looking at my son.
Yeah.
You know that shit doubles down to your kid.
Yeah, it do. Your karma is gonna go somewhere.
And when we off camera, I'm gonna tell you everything that went down because I witnessed it with a motherfucker that's close to me. The shit went down on the kids.
I seen it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. You don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. And
I want my son
hard
to be successful in life, play ball, create his own business, do his own stuff. Don't be no follower. I ain't never been a follower. I stayed being that leader. That's why I'm doing shit that I do right now today. It's because of me. I'm doing it. Nobody else. Nobody's stopping me. Nobody can't stop me. You know I'm a hard listener.
Oh, I know you're a hard listener. I know
I'm a hard listener.
Because we sure had some guidelines about this motherfucking show. And you walked in this motherfucker like, surprise! I'm like, my nigga. So, but it's all love. But I do thank you, Rennie, because I publicly want to say that I am proud of you. I am proud of the lady that you are. How you move to the tune of your own drum. You stand tall. You make your shit happen. You tight with my brother. And, I know that nigga's hard to be tight with.
Tell me about it.
I love my brother.
It made my mind strong, though. He like him, and I just be laughing because it'd be funny. And I'd be like, why you need to get you something out. You don't even have to get around on the side of the camera. Just the shit you say, it be serious, but it be funny.
No, it is funny.
Yeah.
He's funny, and then he's serious.
Yeah.
So sometimes I have to figure out what he on.
Yeah.
If it's a
no,
good
he's
time
on positive.
Yeah.
He's still on positive. Like he tell me to do the right.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That's why I want to salute y'all, because y'all, was here for me, and y'all opened up certain doors that I wouldn't think that people would do for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all really, like, believe in me and my craft, especially your brother. Like, you don't listen to nobody say, go do what y'all do. He get mad. Because you know why, though? I learned that. Because this is some shit he wanted to try to push himself to do, but he can't. So he got to push me. And that's what I do, too, to people. Like, I be trying to motivate. Like, I do the motivation shit, too. Like, motherfuckers thinking, like, I see little prostitutes. I get chased by their pimp because I'm trying to influence them. Not, you too pretty. Fuck.
But you know what? Think about something.
Don't do this to yourself.
Some of y'all that came from that time, and even your brother Zoe. I watched some of the talent.
Shout out to Zoe too for engineering, getting stuff together. And
engineer,
he
music extraordinaire, video extraordinaire.
He be in there playing these long ass intros on podcasts. That's him. Y'all shout out to Zoe. He getting this shit together. And if y'all looking for some beat drums and whatever the fuck that other shit is, he got it.
Yeah. And I also want to make sure I shout out my partner, childhood friend, Compton Rick Rock. That's my man. Ricky, that's my boy. Hey.
What?
Now, I didn't know if it was something on this. You was going to do that. Okay, let me just tell you this.
Ricky.
Yeah, that's my man.
What you talking about, Ricky off of Boys in the Hood?
No, I'm talking
Ricky
about.
got shot in that back.
That's my nigga right there.
Ricky got shot in that back.
You want to know something?
Was AK?
You want to know I've been knowing him since we was children? I want to say 7, 8, 9 years old. We grew up in church together. Oh, that's another thing about my past. I grew up in church, and my mother had us. My mother did the best she could raising us. And True Vine of Linwood at that motherfucker.
And y'all still
Tuesday night Bible study, Wednesday night mission, Thursday night prayer, Friday night choir rehearsal.
That's why
Saturday,
y'all still standing
homeless,
up strong
Sunday,
and y'all here today. And that, that's
probably
good.
My mother prayed for us.
That's good.
My mother prayed for us, but my mother, she's my mother is something.
Right. So let everybody know where they can find everything at.
Okay, boom. So you can find us at Against All Odds _docuseries. That's on Instagram. You can find us on YouTube. However, I don't know that station, but if you really look hard, you can do that. You can find me at Fresh Start to Go, Fresh _Start to Go, I think.
Well, we're gonna put everything in the
put it on the screen, please.
Dude, he's so ghetto, like
because I don't know because I
got the ghetto slang up around here.
So then it was some other stuff that I wanted to make sure I say while I got Rennie on her show because I don't have.
You said everything.
No, I didn't say everything.
I looked.
I'm looking for people for spoken word. I want to make sure we get that in. I mentioned the team. It's podcast space available. Rennie committed to working with me for at least another year. So I know she's not going to be leaving, going nowhere else. Right? Okay.
I'm going overseas, you guys.
But I just want to make sure that the community of Compton knows that, we are here and we looking to be a positive impact as best we can.
Right.
And it's all love. And if you see me in the streets, approach me the same way I would approach you with the hopes of being able to do something positive together.
Right. Okay. And if we haven't, I think you should start some of that at the young age, start teaching kids how to do, this type of stuff. Like teach them how to engineer and podcast. Probably 13 years old, 14, keep their head on strong, keep them out the streets.
The young man, Javion, that came here, that dude is learning editing on his own. Shout out to little Javion. He did the song for one of the lead song for the podcast. And he's fire. You know what I'm saying? Talented. He lost his pops to the street.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's just so much heartbreak that come with this lifestyle.
So that's why we want to just be me. Because I still got told my parents, your parents do not want to see you die before them.
Yeah, I think that's the worst thing in the world that can happen to a parent, to have to bury their child.
Right.
And it's just you and your brother.
My sister. You forgot my sister? God
Oh,
damn.
man. First of all, let me just say this. Yeah, I forgot
There's 3 of us.
But I'm going to tell you how I forgot her.
2 sisters and 1 bro.
I think she's kind of like, quiet.
No,
but I think do. No, quiet meaning I've been fucking with y'all.
Yeah.
So when I mean quiet, she just haven't been, But
she loud on her own end.
Yeah, I did have a conversation with her because I think she was gonna rent the ranch. Mm-hmm. Oh, I did have the ranch for rent sometime. The pool.
Wait, let me do my shit first, Cass.
Wait, I thought you was I thought you said do my shit. I thought you said talk about the boat.
No, that's why. Okay, but I'm talking about the party first. Let me do it. Then you shot that goddamn.
She ain't gonna change the date this time. We'll see.
No, I'm saying you said my they gonna want to rent that motherfucker out, but I'm doing the shit.
Oh, first. Okay, after her.
Okay, now go.
Okay, so I'm selling the boat. If anybody interested, a 27-foot pontoon. I'm just using this like a commercial.
It work?
Motherfucking right, it work. And it's
can I
too.
start let me get it on the boat real quick before.
Why you shake like that when you say that?
Because I was thinking about I want to get a group of girls, and I just want to have fun. It's the summer.
Tell Nord is a boatman. Tell Nord.
You don't know how to ride your own boat?
I know how to do it, boy. I'll be like your boat captain.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell Nord because I want to film. Oh, that's gonna be good stuff.
Bomb, boom. I'm selling one of the buildings on Wilmington. If anybody interested out there, it's mixed use. Nice.
Is it like, okay, what type of building is it?
It's commercial residential, mixed use, apartments and stores downstairs. But, just trying to do some shifting up in my life right now because I want to make some adjustments and really focus on this project.
That's good. And we should put that down below too. Well, you gonna already, once we put your stuff and your pages down there because you already got it on your pages. Yeah. Your account. So that's good.
And there's so many people I want to shout out. I want to shout out my kids, my wife, Casey. Do you people do that?
We do that. You came energized, like you had some coffee or what you had.
No, I was cool at first, but after we started talking about stuff that was sad. Then we started talking about.
My heart got a little hurt. I didn't want nobody to see me get water-guided. This is the first time Cass seen me get water-guided, but a little water-guided.
Well, if you would have started crying.
I was going to start crying. I didn't want to because that hurts me. Like.
So do you cry often?
I do.
Crying is good. It says therapy.
Yeah, I do. I cry and I cry alone. Because I don't want nobody to see.
That sounds sad.
No, I don't really cry alone because I didn't cry to people before. Like, express myself.
Just don't cry with me is what I'm trying to get to.
No. It's a very, like, I get emotional. So I'm strong. So certain things, like, you be like, this lady don't cry. Shit, I cry.
But sometimes they say the strongest people do that.
Yeah, I do.
I cry. I cry.
And it's not being no soft punk or nothing like, stop being a punk. Your brother told me I put a punk. I want to slap him through the phone like, psh.
Have you ever seen The Green Mile? Green Mile make me cry.
Yeah,
Rudy,
that's crazy.
Rudy make me cry. Mm-hmm. I just...
So we be having stuff in common. That's why I don't like you. Because I'm emotional.
I'm emotional too.
And then I don't like to be told what to do, and you don't either.
I don't. Because you don't take good advice good. But
I do take good advice. You just told me I was asking.
The other day, and you was like, oh, yeah, no, I'm gonna keep it the same. And I look on the end and I said, "Oh, my nigga."
Yeah, because you know what? I just was like, I don't want you to feel like I'm always saying no and just talking back.
I've accepted that. I accept.
Yeah, but I'm like, damn. Well, when he gonna always say that? Oh, you right, Rennie. You right. But then I said he right. So it is Father's Day, and the fathers don't. Okay, well, let me go on.
Rennie gonna do Rennie. I love Rennie.
But I said, why you waited till I promoted and just now came with it like after, it's like, it's right there, but I need it all the time too because I have to send my clothes back.
Feel me?
But shout out to Cass though. Cass is like the best man in Compton right now.
Oh, my
Y'all
nigga.
better look out and reach his programs, everything. Like, he's a good dude to work with. And he... Don't ask me about no fees because I don't even know if this man believe in charging people. He's helping the unity in the community.
Yeah, we just trying to make it do what it's going to do.
Right.
That's the main thing.
So shout out to Cass and all his members to Against All Odds docuseries. Hey, we got some shit going on in Compton. Y'all stay tuned though. This your girl Rennie Loc. What Ain't This About a Bitch podcast. And Casper, say your shit. Come on, bro.
I said my shit. Thank you very much, Rennie, for having me out. And I really do appreciate you taking the time.
Okay, and I hope people watch this and get a good state of mind and change your heart. Bye.